The night had settled gently across the sky, draping the world in a blanket of deep indigo. At the quiet edge of a forgotten valley lay a small village named Norre, an old place where time moved softer than anywhere else, and where the stars always seemed to shine just a little closer to the ground. Most people slept early in Norre, for their days were long and peaceful. But on this particular night, a warm, patient glow lingered above the hills, as if the sky itself were waiting for someone. And that someone was a traveler named Lysa. Lysa walked calmly along a narrow path that wound between towering grass. The blades swayed slowly, whispering in the night breeze like old friends greeting her return. She had come to Norre seeking rest, real rest, the kind that soothed the heart as much as the body. She had heard stories of a place hidden somewhere near the valley, a place where sleep was said to bloom like flowers. The path led her upward until it reached the crest of a hill. Here, she paused. The world below shimmered, quiet, safe, endless. The river that cut through the valley glowed with silver-blue reflections, its waters moving so lazily that it felt as though the river itself might be drifting off to sleep. Fireflies drifted through the air in slow, peaceful loops, illuminating the edges of the hillside. And above, all across the sky, the stars looked unusually bright, almost as if they had lowered themselves just a little closer to Earth. Lysa exhaled softly. A wave of stillness passed through her. Everything felt right. Everything felt slow. Everything felt ready. She continued her journey, following a path so thin it almost disappeared into the grass. Eventually, she reached a small archway made of old, smooth stone. Moss grew over its sides, glowing faintly with a gentle green luminescence. A sign hung from the archway, written in elegant looping letters, "The Garden of the Starkeepers." Lysa touched the edge of the archway. It felt warm. She stepped through. Inside was another world, quiet, serene, wrapped in star-soft light. A wide garden spread out before her, glowing faintly under the gentle sky. The plants shimmered as though dusted with starlight. Some flowers opened slowly as she approached, releasing puffs of warm, calming fragrances: lavender, honey, moon mint, and something sweet she couldn't name. The air was warm and soft. Each breath she took seemed to lighten her body. In the distance, someone sat beside a small stone fountain. The water burbled so quietly it sounded like a whispering lullaby. The figure stood as she approached, a serene man with silver-white hair and eyes that sparkled like night skies reflected in water. "Welcome," he said softly. "You've arrived safely. I am Orin, keeper of this garden." Lysa bowed her head slightly. "I've come seeking rest. You will find it. Here, the stars care for all who wander in with a weary heart." He motioned for her to follow him deeper into the garden. They walked through winding paths where star-shaped blossoms glowed with soft golden light. Orin explained that the plants were not ordinary plants. They absorbed the peaceful energy of the night sky and released it into the world as a calming aura. These blossoms carry the sleep of the universe, Orin said. Every night, while the world dreams, the stars release their quiet into them. Lysa touched one gently. It was warm, warm like a soft lamp, warm like held hands, warm like rest. As they wandered, the garden grew even more tranquil. The plants swayed in a slow, synchronized rhythm, as though following the deep heartbeat of the earth itself. Orin led her to a circular clearing. At its center was a pool of water so still and reflective it looked like a piece of fallen night sky. "This," he said, "is the pool of silent dreams. Rest beside it, and it will hold you like a cradle." A soft breeze moved across the clearing, smelling of moonflowers and distant rain. Lysa knelt beside the pool, feeling the gentle warmth radiating from its surface. "Lie back," Orin instructed kindly. "Let your body soften. Let the day slip away." She stretched out on a cushion of star-soft moss. It felt perfect, supportive yet cloud-like. As she rested, the stars reflected in the pool began to move slowly, drifting in gentle spirals. The longer she watched, the more peaceful she became. Her shoulders relaxed, her breathing deepened, her thoughts grew slow, gentle, loose. Orin's voice drifted beside her, soft as a breeze. "You are safe here. You are held. Nothing can rush you. Nothing can trouble you. The night will protect your rest." Lysa felt her body sinking more deeply into the moss. Warmth spread from her chest to her arms, to her legs, down to her toes. The fireflies gathered above the pool, circling in slow, glowing loops. The stars seemed to hum a quiet lullaby, soft and distant, like the sound of dreams beginning to form. Orin gently touched the surface of the pool. Ripples moved outward, glowing ripples, spreading light into the clearing. Each ripple seemed to brush over Lysa, softening her muscles and dissolving any tension left in her body. "You've wandered far," Orin said, whispering. "Now let yourself drift. Let the night carry you. Let the stars keep watch." Lysa's eyelids grew heavy. The sounds of the garden slipped into a beautiful blur. The quiet fountain, the whispering leaves, the hum of the night sky. Her thoughts faded into warm, gentle nothingness. The Starkeepers Garden wrapped around her softly, like a blanket woven from peace itself. The stars shimmered, the breeze slowed, the world hushed, and Lysa, safe, warm, weightless, drifted into deep, tranquil sleep beneath the quiet sky of the garden.